what you consider as sin is not meant sin. It is the fruit of sin. Are you with me? It is what? The fruit of sin, because sin has been dealt with permanently. But you can actually be romancing with the fruit of sin because you have not come to understood what Jesus did on the cross. It was on the cross that he nailed sin. Everything that sin was, that's what Jesus became. Habakkuk 1:13 was saying that Lord is too holy that his eyes cannot do what? Behold iniquity. God is too clean that his eyes cannot see evil. His eyes cannot see iniquity. That's how God is. So even on that day when Jesus, are you aware that Jesus came as God on earth? Though he wore flesh and became man, but he was still God in flesh. That was Jesus. So on the cross when he was hanging, he has become the totality of sin. Are you aware that it wasn't the nails that hung him there? As powerful as the nail is, it was not the nails that hung him. What kept him there was our sin. Our sin was like a glue that glued him to the cross. He cried when the pinches came, but then that wasn't the reason for the cry. The main cry was when the Bible said that he looked and the face of the Father was no longer there with him. When he checked, the Father was no longer there. The Father has turned his face away from him. The Bible says he cried, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. So this thing means in groaning, the man was crying out of pain. My Father, why have you what? Forsaken me. All the while he was in pain. He didn't feel it much because each time he looked, he can still see the Father. The Father was still somewhere around. But at the point where the whole thing has come upon him, he has become the sin. God can no longer look upon him. At this point in time, Jesus could have failed. Because at this point, what is keeping him there is his own will as man. There was no longer support from the realm of God. God has withdrawn his support. At this point of the journey, you must journey it as a man. Even heaven was praying that he will make it. Even when he was carrying the cross, are you aware that he fell 3 times? Heaven started praying, mobilizing. This man shouldn't die here. He must get to a particular place so that he can fulfill the divine justice that man will be satisfied.